Half of playing in the outfield is knowing whose ball is which and when you're supposed to go and where you're supposed to go. We're going to work through inside-outside routes, or some people call them high-low routes, and making sure that we know where we're supposed to go when the balls are hit. We also think a little bit about when the ball comes off the bat and the ball heads in a certain direction. We already know who's supposed to take because we've worked through this in practice. Both my Brians are going to help me walk through this and help us think about where we're supposed to be. This Brian will represent my center fielder. This Brian will represent my left fielder. And on an inside-outside route or a high-low route, we're going to work on a ball that's hit between the outfielders. Something that's hit right at somebody, that's an easy one. We don't have to worry about that. The tough one is the one hit in between. So in order to avoid a collision and ensure that we catch the ball, we have to have some idea as to who's going to go after the ball and who's going to back up the play. So we tell our outfielders is this with regard to rules. If we have a right-handed hitter who pulls the ball down the left field line or into the gap into left field, the ball's going to tail a little bit to the line, but not a great deal. So when a right-hand hitter hits the ball between center and left, the ball's going to tail some, but not a terrible amount. Consequently, our center fielder is going to take that ball. Brian would take what we call the inside route with his glove in the air. He'll take the inside or the high route, that's why they call it the high route. And Brian will take the low route, which means that if Brian misses the ball here and it drops down, we got an outfielder left to be able to field it. Okay, guys, back to your positions. We want to make sure that that off outfielder, or the low route in this case, gets 15 to 20 feet behind the other outfielder. That allows both outfielders to run full speed without having to worry about whether they're going to run together. The minute it comes off the bat, right-handed hitter hits the ball left field, center fielder is going to take that ball. Conversely, if a left-handed hitter hits the ball the opposite field, it tails hard to the line. And on that ball, we want this Brian to move to the ball. He's going to take the high route, and the other Brian will make sure that he gets the low route and backs us up. By doing that, you don't overextend an outfielder into a situation where he's trying to catch a ball that just keeps running away from him. And if we do it this way, he can catch up to that ball, we avoid the collision, and we also make sure that we catch the ball.